Hey everybody, what's going on? Another beer review. Haven't done a beer review in a while. And this is one I have. This is George Killigan's Irish Red. This is produced by Coors. I haven't had this in 20 years. At least 20 years. And I remember it was a big deal when I was younger, when this first came out. Is there truth to this? Someone told me the reason why it's red, there's dye in it. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't followed the story behind it or anything like that. But it used to be produced in Ireland. Now it's produced in Golden, Colorado. So let's check it out. Fancy bottle, fancy label. I like it. Looks like a pop top, but it's a twist off. It says brewed in the Irish tradition, which means it's, made here. Nice color. Smells nice. That's not bad. I think as I grew older, my taste changed. When I first had this, the bottles were a lot thinner, and the taste was a little more complex than what I was used to. So I really couldn't appreciate it. Now, I mean, 98% of the time I drink Miller High Life. It's because I like Miller High Life for what it is. It's a refreshing beer. I like craft beers too, and I actually really like this. This is one of those beers, though, it has to be ice cold. Head didn't last very long, did it? That's actually very good. It's got a smell of grain to it. That's pretty much all you smell. You don't smell any hops or anything. Not a bad beer. It was $6, $6 and change. I went to the mailbox today. I should have went to it yesterday, but when I went to it today, my handgun permit finally showed up. I was wrong. I said September. So we're at the end of August, end of the summer, and it finally showed up. So I went down and I picked it up today, and I was apprehensive. I was just like, you know what? I bet you there's going to be some kind of rigmarole, but there wasn't. I went in there, picked it up, and I've been saving for a while. And I was on my way to my FFL, and I've had so many different things going through my mind of what I wanted. I think I had narrowed it down to the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 40. I also like the XDS 45. I really like that single stack 45, and that's pretty much what I decided I wanted to get. And so I went in there, and there was like a line in there. There were so many people in there, and I finally got waited on, and I told him what I wanted. He told me it would take like 3 or 4 weeks to show up, and then I looked at the Shield, and it wasn't for me. And I was just about to walk out the door and go buy something online, which I'm a little hesitant about. I've never bought, I never had any good results online, put it that way. My most gaunt story was a horror show, so I'm not even going to get into that. That just didn't work out, and I never accepted the firearm, and it kind of tainted the way I feel about online gun purchases. I like to look at them, feel them, and check them out. So I was just about to leave, and he goes, "Wait a minute, Kev, before you leave, let me show you one thing. I got this in last Christmas. I didn't want to let it go, but you've been a good customer." Okay. So this is what he came out with. First off, before we get the gun police and the gun nerds involved, it's already been safety checked. There is no ammunition for it. I haven't gotten it yet. I ordered it online today. So let's see what we have here. Make sure I have it in frame. Yeah, I guess I do. That's sword in frame. Okay. Dorsic kill. What's a Dorsic kill, you wonder? I have no idea. That's just the case. So that's what I bought. Isn't she beautiful? Look at that. The moment I laid eyes on this gun, if there wasn't so many people in the building, I probably would have took my pants off. It was such a nice gun. This is a Smith & Wesson Model 66, chambered in 357. It's got a 2.5-inch barrel on it. This is an old gun. It's in excellent condition. 6 rounds, and it's got the recessed cylinders in there. So you don't have any rattle. Like when you have rounds in the gun, you have shells in there, there's no rattle. Very, very tight gun. You got adjustable rear sights. You got the orange thing on the ramp there. Now it's got a trigger job on it. It's had a couple things done to it. I could tell that right away. It's my gun. I'll dry fire it if I want to. But like I said, it's in excellent condition. And on Gunbroker, this is... Now, the funny thing is, this is Model 66. There's no dash, but there's a dot. And usually, it'll be Model 66, and then a dash, and then there's a number after that. It doesn't have that. If you can see it there in the light, it says Model dot 66, and no number or dash after that. So, it's pretty cool. These are going for $600-700. Yeah, I could have bought the XD. I could have did a lot of things, but you know, when I saw this gun, in my head, cheesy 80s music started playing. Remember Survivor? The search is over. I've wanted this gun for so long. This is one of the ones with the pin barrel on it. The grips on here, me personally, I think they're abomination. These are immediately coming off, and I ordered some beautiful laminated, I think maple and cherry wood grips for it. Stunning grips for a Smith & Wesson. The funny, I wanted to go American, and I was gonna get the Smith & Wesson M&P, and it, when I held it, I just didn't like it. There's minor scratches on here, and they're so minor I don't think I'll polish them out. When it comes to used handguns, I never buy used pistols, but I do buy used revolvers. And this, I mean, I could barely contain myself. I was so excited when I saw this, and I want to show you this. I said I'd dry fire. I'll dry fire it once. I want you to get an idea of how light this trigger is. I don't have any way of measuring it, but that's probably, I want to say 5 pounds, right? When you go to single action, and I'm being completely honest here, you just touch it, and it goes off. Not even a pound. I would say a half a pound. It's kind of scary. It's very, very smooth, and the guy that I told you I bought it from, he didn't want to let it go. He said he shot it 3 times, and he said there's definitely a trigger job, and there's definitely some work done to the revolver itself. And there's no safeties on this. There's no transfer bar. Straight up pin, Is it safe? Sure it is. You don't have any of the crazy locks in the back or any of that nonsense. It's real easy to be safe with a revolver. Don't put your finger on the trigger. Keep it in the holster. That's your safety. I wouldn't put it in my pocket. A lot of people do put it in their pockets, but it's just, keep your booger hooker out of it. Don't get in there. So I thought I'd share that with you. That's what I ended up buying. My 4-month Odyssey was absolutely worth the wait. I didn't want another polymer gun. I think I'm all polymered out. I'm not saying they're bad, but I just like having a revolver. I really enjoy shooting them. I think I shoot better with them, and I just thought I'd share it with you. So the safety police, I hope I don't get you all alarmed, because I'm sitting here drinking a beer playing with my new handgun, but like I said, I have no ammunition in the house, and this isn't a review of the gun. I'm not qualified to give you a review of the gun. I don't have that much information about it. We'll leave that to the experts. But as far as I'm concerned, this is, and I'll tell you something, this is not that heavy at all. This, you could carry this, and that's what it's meant for, you know. I got it as a pantry gun, and well, I won't get into what a pantry gun is. You can figure it out. What a sweet gun, man. See what it says on here. Made in USA, Springfield, Massachusetts. What a, and the bore is, I'm looking at this gun and I'm thinking maybe it was shot once, maybe. And it's an old gun. So I figured I'd share that with you. That's what I ended up with. I even surprised myself buying it, you know. I hate these grips. They're very comfortable. I gotta say that. They're very comfortable, but this is a good looking gun, and it deserves good looking grips. So that's it, guys. The Killigan's Irish Red, definitely a decent beer, and the search is over. I finally found the handgun that I wanted. Later, guys.